All right, welcome bowling fans. We've got another match for high school bowling this afternoon between the Titans of Ottawa Glandorf and your own Napoleon Wildcats. Just finished up with 10 minutes of practice and the national anthem, and the teams are just about to get underway here. Some last-minute instructions for the boys' coaches. We're going to start things out on the girls' side today. And Kendall comes in light, picks up 6 on her first ball. Kendall Horner leading off things for the Lady Cats on lane number 5. Ottawa Glandorf with a strike on lane number 6. Ottawa Glandorf picked up 8 and left a split down on lane number 8. Sophia Coors up now on lane 7 for the Lady Cats. That one goes just a touch high. Splits, leaving the 4, 6, 10. Kendall looks like she's got the 1, 3, 6, and 9 left. 9 count for Ottawa Glandorf on lane number 6, leaving a 2-pin. Spare attempt from Kendall here. And she picks up 3 out of the 4. Sophia picks up 1 out of the 3 on lane number 7 on her first frame. Ottawa Glandorf with a 9 count, leaving the 5-pin behind on lane number 8 on their first ball of the first frame. Looks like we've got an issue with the ball return on lanes 5 and 6. Randy's out there taking care of it. Avery Badenhop goes a little high, but it carries for the strike. Ottawa Glandorf picks up their spare over on lane number 6. Also with a spare on lane 8 a moment ago. And Airy with a nice ball for a strike. Ariana Kiesling. Lily Light picks up 4 on her first ball on lane number 7. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 9 again on lane number 6, this time leaving behind a 6-pin. And an 8 count for Ottawa Glandorf on lane 5, leaves the 6-9. Lily picks up a few more for a total of 8 in the first frame on lane 7. All right, if I can get somebody to give me a shout out on chat, let me know that you guys can hear me. I appreciate it. Sophia up now, lane 8, second frame. And she picks up 9, leaves a 7-pin. Ottawa Glandorf misses their spare attempt down on lane 5. Kendall Horner up now, lane 6 for Napoleon. And she gets 9, can't quite get the 8-pin swept away. And Avery with back-to-back strikes to start things off for the Lady Cats. And a strike for Ottawa Glandorf down on lane 5. Kendall now, spare attempt, lane 6. Got it. All right, thank you for the confirmation. You guys can hear me loud and clear. Lily picks up 8 on her first ball, leaves the 4-7 on lane number 8. Ottawa Glandorf gets 9 on the lane number 5, leaving the 3-pin. 7 count for Ottawa Glandorf on lane 7, leaving the 1-3-9. Airy comes in light, ends up leaving the 1-2-10, a pickup of 7. Nice pickup there by Lily. Picks up the 4-7 for the spare. Ottawa Glandorf with a nice ball there for the picking up for the spare on lane number 7. Ottawa Glandorf can't convert on their spare down on lane 5 though. Ari picks up 2 out of the 3 on lane 6. Sophia up now, lane number 7. And she picks up 8, leaves a 6-10. Seven count for Ottawa Glandorf, leaving the 1-2-4. Kendall picked up 6 on her first ball, leaving the 1-2-4-9 on lane 5. And she picks up 3 out of 4. Did Kendall on lane 5. Sophie won't get any additional, so an 8 count for her in the 3rd frame. Ottawa Glandorf misses their spare attempt down on lane 8. Looks like Sophia might need just a little more ball speed, so she'll have to walk just a touch bit faster. Ari with a nice ball on lane 5 for the strike. Avery comes in light, leaves the 1-2-4-8. So a little misconception, if you want to throw the ball a little bit faster, don't swing your arm any faster. Well, it's a byproduct, but don't necessarily focus on moving your arm faster. What you want to do is increase your foot speed. Same thing for slowing it down. Now granted, there's always, limitations to that, but nice pickup there by Avery, picking up the spare on lane number 7. Ottawa Glandorf, lane number 6. And she picks up 6. Lily now for Napoleon on lane 7. That one's going left of the head pin. Takes out 9 of them, leaves the 10 pin behind. Sophia now, lane number 8. And she picks up 8, leaves a split, the 5-10. Lily now, spare attempt on lane 7. Now it's going to have to hang on, and it doesn't. So an open frame for Lily. All right, we'll switch over to the boys' side. Andrew Gallagher just a moment ago there with a 9 count on his first ball, leaves the 10 pin. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 1 out of 2 on a split on lane 3. Andrew now, spare attempt on lane 4. Picks up the 10 pin, nicely done. Ottawa Glandorf, spare attempt down on lane 2, trying for the 1, 2, 8, and 10. Picks up 2 out of the 4, so an 8 count for him. Hunter Ehlers up now, lane 4. That one comes in light. He leaves the 2, 4, 8, 10. Tough spare to convert. Hunter picks up 3 out of 4. Good attempt there by him. Christian Horner up now for Napoleon on lane 3. And that one comes in a little light, leaves the 2-4-5, a pickup of 7. Looks like he might have gotten that one started just a touch wide. Ottawa Glandorf picks up their spare, lane 2. Ottawa Glandorf goes high on lane 4, leaves the 10-pin, pickup of 9. Christian now, spare attempt on lane 3. And he goes right around the 4-pin, picks up 2 out of the 3. Slade McCorkle up. And Slade gets 9, can't get the 7 to kick out. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 3 on their first ball, down on lane number 1. All right, Andrew back up now, lane 3 for Napoleon. And he crushes a strike. All 10 back. Slade picks up his spare on lane number 2. Ottawa Glandorf with a nice ball there for a strike on lane 4. Hunter now, lane 3. Nice ball by Hunter, but he cannot get the 9-pin to kick out. Stone 9. Fox Taylor up now on lane 2 for Napoleon. And Fox with a strike. So that's a double up for him. Hunter picks up his spare in lane 3. Brings up Christian on lane number 4 now. And Christian with the strike. Ottawa Glandorf got 9 down on lane 1. Looks like a 10-pin hiding back there. Ottawa Glandorf with a nice strike. Messenger takes out the 10-pin on lane 3. Andrew up lane 4 for Napoleon. That one goes a little high, but it carries for the strike. So that's a double up for Andrew. Ottawa Glandorf misses their spare attempt down on lane number 1. Nice ball for a strike for Ottawa Glandorf on lane 3. Hunter up now for Napoleon, lane 4. Oh, that was a pretty ball. Strike for Hunter. Ottawa Glandorf two-hander down on lane number 2, or I'm sorry, lane number 1, comes in light. Picks up 7, leaves the 1-2-8. Christian picks up 6, leaves the 2-4-7. No, 2-4-5-7 maybe? Christian, spare attempt. Picks up 3 out of 4. Ottawa Glandorf picked up 2 out of 3 down on lane 1. So an open for Christian. Looks like the 7th frame. Spare there for Ottawa Glandorf on lane 4. 6 count for OG on lane 2, leaving the 1, 3, 6, and 10. Andrew back up, lane 3 for Napoleon. Slade up on lane 1. Andrew gets 9, leaves the 7-pin. Slade clears the deck with a strike. Ottawa Glandorf with a speedball on lane number 4 picks up 5. Fox Taylor now, lane number 1, picks up 9, leaves the 3-pin. Andrew picks up his spare. OG spare attempt, picks it up. 19.4 mile an hour from the OG bowler on lane number 4, in case anybody was wondering. Randy's down to clear out some dead wood on lane number 3, a pin in the gutter. Fox up now, lane 1, trying to clean up his spare. Hunter Ehlers up on lane number 3. Fox picks up his. Hunter picks up 6. Leaves the 3, 6, 9, and 10. Hunter now, spare attempt on lane 3. Oh, and he misses. He picks up 3 out of the 4. So an open for Hunter. Christian now, lane number 4. That one goes left of the head pin, picks up 9, leaves a 5-pin behind. Ottawa Glandorf with a nice ball for a strike down on lane number 2. Christian now, spare attempt, lane 4. Got it, right on target. Ottawa Glandorf with a nice ball for a strike on lane 3. Ottawa Glandorf's bowler down on lane 1, picked up 2 on his first ball. Something didn't feel right to Slade, so he stops, resets. That'll bring up Andrew now on lane number 4. Andrew picks up 9, can't get the 9 to go down. Ottawa Glandorf with 8 on lane number 3. Slade's ready now on lane 2, lets that one go. And he did, good thing he did, back-to-back strikes for Slade. Spare attempt now from the OG bowler. Picks it up. Hunter up lane number 4, lets that one go. And he picks up 6, leaves the bucket, the 2-4-8, or 2-4-6-8. Or no, 2-4-5-8, sorry. Fox Taylor with a strike down on lane number 2. And Christian topples all 10 for a strike on lane number 3. Hunter, spare attempt, picks it up. We keep saying it every match, but spares are key. Got to fill frames. Andrew gets all 10 to go down for a strike. OG now, lane 4. Nice ball from him, all 10 down again. That's a double up for him. Hunter now, first ball. And he picks up 9, leaves the 4-pin. And 10 down for OG on lane 1 for the strike. Ottawa Glandorf missed the pocket on lane 4. Pickup of 8 leaves the 1-2. Hunter picks up his spare on lane number 3. Ottawa Glandorf, spare attempt, picks it up on lane 4. A split for OG down on lane 2, leaving the 1-2-10. Although I guess that technically they don't count the 1-2-10 as a split. I always thought they should. If there's any gap between pins, I think it should be a split. Christian up now, and he picks up 9. Can't get the 10 pin to go down. Little slip from OG, and won't get any additional on lane 2, so a 7 count for him. Slade picks up his spare down on lane 1. Strike for OG on lane number 3. He's got 3 in a row now. That's to start the 10th frame. Christian picks up his spare in the 10th, so he'll have 1 more. Fox now down on lane 1. Missed the head pin. Pickup of 6. Leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 8. Ottawa Glandorf with a strike on lane number 2. Ottawa Glandorf, lane 3, also another strike. That's 2 in the 10th for him. Christian goes high on that last ball, pickup of 9, finishes with 170. Fox picks up 3 more for an open frame. Andrew up now, start his 10th frame with a strike working in the 9th. And the 10 pin went down for OG on lane 2, so he's left with just the 2-8. And Ottawa Glandorf, 4th bowler, finishes with a 219. Nice game from him. Ottawa Glandorf starts out with a strike in the 10th on the lane number 3. Andrew up now. 2nd ball, 10th frame. And a pickup of 9 leaves the 4-pin. Ottawa Glandorf picked up 1 more. I believe that was on lane number 2. Ottawa Glandorf on lane 3 picks up 9, leaves a 10-pin. Ottawa Glandorf picking up, looks like 8 to start the 10, or no, I'm sorry, that's not the, that'd be the 9th frame down on lane 1. Slade picks up, looks like 7, leaves the 1, 2, 8. And Ottawa Glandorf's 5th bowler finishes with a 176. All right, Ottawa Glandorf's 1st girl bowler finished with a 88. Kendall Horner finishes with a 149. Slade picked up 1 out of 3 for a total of 8. I believe that's in the 9th frame. Andrew Gallagher just finished up with a 214. Hunter starts things out in the 10th, picking up the spare. Fox crushes all 10 on lane 2. So it gives him a strike, I believe, in the 9th frame. Hunter now, last ball, 10th frame. And a strike for Hunter. 180 game. Ottawa Glandorf's second female bowler with a 99. Sophia Coors, I believe, was the third bowler for Napoleon girls. It was a 146. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 8 down on lane 1, leaving the 2-8. Avery finishes with a 179. That's Avery Badenhop for the Lady Cats. All right, Slade will be up. They've still got frames to go, so that must have been the 8th frame. This must be the 9th. All right, we'll switch over and see Lily bowl her 10th frame. She started out with 7, left the 1, 2, 8. And she gets all of them to topple. That's a spare for her. Lily, last ball, 10th frame. Drops all 10 for the strike in a 131 game. So Napoleon's first bowler, 149. I believe that's Kendall. Second bowler, that was Ariana Kiesling, 149. Sophia, 146. Avery Badenhop, 179. And Lily Light, 131. Ottawa Glandorf's female bowlers, 88, 99, 113, 127, and 106. So 754 to 533, a difference of 221 pins. Fox starts out with 9. Slade just a moment ago, you're not going to be able to see. Let me switch the cameras back. Slade just a moment ago with a strike. Got to be getting close to the 10th frame over there. Otto Glandorf picks up the spare on lane 2. Fox now, spare attempt on lane 1. Picks it up. Yeah, so that's the 9th frame. We're moving into the 10th here. Ottawa Glandorf cleaning up, or finishing up the 9th frame with a strike on the left lane, or right lane, lane number 2. Ottawa Glandorf's first bowler gets things started. Missed the head pin, pickup of 8, leaving the 1-3. Slade up now, right lane, lane 2, and gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. Ottawa Glandorf misses their spare attempt. He finishes with a 91. Slade up now. Oh, and Slade slipped. And an open frame for him. 181. I don't know if he got too close to the line, got into that oil. It's hard to see from here. Hope he's okay. Coach is checking on him. Ottawa Glandorf starts out 10th frame with a strike. That's their second bowler. Fox Taylor up now, lane number 2. And he goes right of the pocket, missed the pocket, picks up 7, leaves the 1-2-4. Fox up now for a spare attempt on lane number 2. And he misses. He won't get any additional, so he'll end up with a 181. All right, so 181 for Slade, 181 for Fox, 170 for Christian, 214 for Andrew, and 180 for Hunter for a 926. Out of Glandorf with 2 strikes in the 10th. All right, we'll switch over to the girls while the Ottawa Glandorf boys finish up. I'll give you the scores here in just a moment. Glandorf picks up 9 on lane number, that's a total of 9 on lane number 6. Brenna Massey, an open frame in the second frame. All right, Ottawa Glandorf's second boy bowler finished with a 171. Alexa Miller up now in lane 5. Nice ball from Alexa for the strike. Avery Badenhop also with a strike for Napoleon on lane number 7. Spare attempt from OG. Won't get any more, so a 6 count on lane 6 for OG. Lily Light, that one goes a little high. Picks up 9, leaves the 3-pin standing. Ottawa Glandorf, nice spare pickup there on lane number 8. Lily now, spare attempt on lane 7. She's got it. Ottawa Glandorf picks up all but 1, so total of 9. Macy Eicher up now, lane number 8 for Napoleon. And that one goes left of center, but Brooklyn strikes for her. Just carries the 9-pin and takes it out. All right, OG boys with 1 ball to go. Ottawa Glandorf on lane 7 picks up 8, leaving the 1-2. Avery Badenhop now, lane 8. Comes in light, misses the head pin, leaves the 1-2-4 for a pickup of 7. Ottawa Glandorf finishes with 160 for their third bowler. That gives them a total of 817 unofficially. So 926 to 817. So Napoleon leads by 109 pins. So the scores are up on the board now. Lily up for her spare attempt on lane number 8 and had left a 7 pin. Needs to hurry and get over there. Won't. So an open frame for Lily. Looks like that's the end of the third frame. And Alexa with a strike there just a moment ago. Brenna also with a strike earlier. Macy picks up 7 on her first ball, leaving the 1-2-9. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 9 on lane 6, leaving a 6 pin. Ottawa Glandorf misses their spare attempt on lane 6. Macy up now for her spare attempt, and she picks up 2 out of the 3. Avery Baden hop up now. And Avery picks up 9 on her first ball, leaves the 4 pin. Avery now, spare attempt. Picks it up. All right, Brenna up now on lane number 6. And a strike for Brenna. And Lily ends up splitting. Leaves the 4-6. Macy on lane number 8 comes in light, leaves the 1-2-4, pickup of 7. Alexa Miller now, lane number 6. And Alexa with all 10 down for the strike. Lily now, spare attempt. And she just misses to the outside. Trying to cut that 4 pin over into the 6, I think. Nice pickup there by Macy. All right, we're going to switch over to the boys match. Hunter Ehlers on lane number 6. Tattoos one. Strike for him. All right, looks like we've got our one of our freshmen, Luke Leahy, coming up on lane 3 as soon as the bullet from OG clears lane 2. And then we've got Luke with a strike on lane 3, and then we've got Oliver Franz, our other freshman, on lane number 1. And Oliver with a strike, so a pair of strikes from our freshman boys. Ottawa Glandorf misses the pocket, pickup of 7, leaving the 1-2-4. Garrett Hall on lane number 1 for Napoleon. Pickup of 6 leaves the bucket, the 2-4-5. And, oh, sorry. Got 7. One of those kicked out, so it's just the 2-4-7, I believe. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong lane. He did leave the bucket. So pickup of 6, the 2-4-5, and 8. Andrew Gallagher, lane number 3. All 10 back for him for the strike. I'm sorry, that was Hunter. Boys look too much alike from the back. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Garrett up now, spare attempt on lane 1, and he drills it. Picks up the spare. So all 3 Wildcat bowlers with strikes on lanes 3 and 4. Luke Leahy back up on lane 4. Gets that one started a little outside. Doesn't get back to the pocket. Pickup of 7, leaving the 1-2-5. Not sure what's going on with Luke. Maybe he didn't have all the pins in his rack. Ottawa Glandorf with a spare attempt on the 210. Picks up 1 on lane 2. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 6 on lane number 3. All right, Luke now, lane number 4. Again, misses the head pin, leaves the 1-2-10. Ottawa Glandorf, spare attempt on lane 3, picks it up, nice ball. Oliver now up on lane number 2. He goes left side, carries for the strike. So a pair of strikes for Oliver. Oh, I can't believe that pin stood up on Ottawa Glandorf on lane 3. It had to move at least a good 4 inches. Luke won't get any additional on lane number 4. Garrett with a nice ball for a strike. Down on lane number 2. 8 count, oh, I'm sorry, that's the girls match. 8 count for the Ottawa Glandorf girls on lane 5. Andrew Gallagher now, lane number 4 for Napoleon. That one goes high and it pays the ultimate price, leaves the Greek Church, the 4, 6, 7, 9, and 10. I think that spare's even harder to convert than the 7-10, and that one's pretty darn difficult. Andrew trying to get at least 3, and that's what he does, so an 8 count for him. Hunter up now, lane number 4. Nice ball from Hunter, strike. That's at least 3 in a row now for him. Ottawa Glandorf gets all 10 down on lane number 2. Luke up now, lane 3. Again, doesn't get back to the head pin. Pickup of 5. And a strike for Ottawa Glandorf on the left lane, lane number 1. Right, Luke now, spare attempt on lane 3. And he won't get any additional, so no 5 count for him. Ottawa Glandorf with 6 on lane number 4. Leaves the 3, 6, 9, and 10. Oliver up on lane number 1 for Napoleon. Andrew coming up on lane number 3. Oliver picks up 8. Andrew clears the deck with a strike. Ottawa Glandorf picks up their spare, lane 4. Ottawa Glandorf, spare attempt, lane number 2 now. Picks it up, nicely done. Hunter Ehlers now, lane 3, and another strike for Hunter. Oliver now, spare attempt on lane 1. Picks it up. All right, we'll switch over to the girls' match. Brenna Massey with a pair of strikes now. That last one coming on lane number 6. Ottawa Glandorf missed their spare attempt on lane 5. Macy Eicher now up on lane 8. Macy comes in just a little light, leaves the 1, 2, 4 pickup of 7. Alexa Miller now, lane number 6. And she's a little light into the pocket, leaves the 1, 2, 8 pickup of 7. Ottawa Glandorf girl with a strike down on lane number 5. All right, Alexa now, spare attempt here. Lane 6, Macy with her own spare attempt on lane 8. Macy picks up hers, and so does Alexa. Avery Badenhot working on a strike in the previous frame on lane number 8. And a 9 count leaves the 7 pin. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 4 total on lane number 7. And a missed spare opportunity for Brenna. That's in the 10th frame. 154 is what she finishes with. The OG first girl finished with a 78. Lily up on lane number 8 for Napoleon. Alexa on lane 5. Alexa goes high, but she gets a little help, leaving just the 4-7 behind. Could have been the 4-6-7. Lily unfortunately split, leaves the 2-10. And again, that's one of those, I guess it counted as a split there. Okay. Alexa now, spare attempt, lane 5, picks it up. And Lily picks up 1. So Alexa's got 1 more in the 10th. Macy ends up going in light, leaves the 1, 2, and 10. Alexa, final ball. Picks up 8 more for a game of 188. Macy now, spare attempt in the 10th. Picks up 2, so she'll finish with a 129. Pair of Ottawa Glandorf bowlers. A strike for the one on the right on lane 8, a 7 count, leaving a 1-2-8 on lane 6, but that was her last ball. I guess it left 6 because she's got 98. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 8 on lane 6, leaving the 6-10. Ottawa Glandorf on the right lane, lane 8, picks up 7 more, leaving the 1-2-4. Avery Badenhop trying to pick up a spare here in the 10th, lane number 7. And can't quite get it. So 141 for Avery. Ottawa Glandorf picks up their spare, finishes with 105. Lily now starting her 10th frame. And that one goes left. Looks like she might have tugged out just a little bit, got it inside her spot. Picks up 5. Ottawa Glandorf lane 6, final ball is 7 for a 129. Ottawa Glandorf from lane 8 starts out with 9, leaves a 7 pin. Lily now, spare attempt, lane 7. Picks it up. She'll get 1 more in the 10th. Ottawa Glandorf now, spare attempt on lane number 8. just misses the 7 pin, so she'll finish with a 137. Unofficially, I've got 547 for Ottawa Glandorf. So 533 in the first game, 547 for a total of 1080. And 9 more for Lily. Gives her 126, I believe. Yep, 126. So that gives the Lady Cats 738 in game number 2. Add that to the 754 in game number 1 is 1492. So they extend their lead to 412 pins over Ottawa Glandorf. All right, get back to the boys' match. They're getting ready to finish up game number 2 here. Hunter Ehlers now. Got 9 on his first ball. And he picks up the spare. So a pair of spares there, coming in the 6th and 7th frames. I think he had a string of like 5 strikes in a row. Otto Glandorf picks up the spare there on lane number 2. Christian Horner in now for Luke. And a strike for Christian. Otto Glandorf up on the right lane, working on a pair of strikes. Now he's got 3 in a row. So I think that's frames 6, 7, and 8 with strikes. Oliver Franz up on lane 2. And Oliver gets unlucky, a stone 9 for him, 9 count on the first ball. Good looking ball. Andrew Gallagher, lane 3, and he clears all 10 for the strike. 3 in a row now for Andrew. Ottawa Glandorf leaving a 1-2-4-10 washout on lane number 4. Pickup of 6. And Hunter wobbles that 10 pin, but it will not go down. They moved it so far that it got swept, so they'll have to respot it. Ottawa Glandorf gets 3 out of 4 on lane 4. Oliver picks up his spare on lane 2. All right, Ottawa Glandorf with their spare attempt. Lane 1, picks it up. All right, as we get the 10 pin reset for Hunter. Garrett gets all 10 to fall for a strike. That's a double up for him. Not sure how that 10 pin did not go down on its own. They say 7.5 degrees is what you've got to get in order to get it to fall, but that had to have been like 7 1/4. Otto Glandorf missed the head pin down on lane 1, leaves the 1-2-8, pickup of 7. Christian now, lane number 4 for Napoleon. And he gets 9, leaves a solid 10. Ottawa Glandorf now up on lane number 2. And a pickup of 9. Christian, spare attempt, got it. I'm sorry, on lane number 1, that was a 2, 4, 8, 10, so he picked up 3 out of those 4. 10 pin was hiding, I couldn't quite see it. Oliver now lane number 1 for Napoleon. Andrew up on lane 4 for Napoleon. I'm sorry. Yeah, Andrew up on lane number 4 for Napoleon. Oliver picks up 7, leaving the 3-6-10. Another strike for Andrew. That's now 4 in a row for him. Ottawa Glandorf picks up their spare, lane number 2. Another spare attempt for OG on lane 3. Hunter now lane 4. And that time he gets them all to go down. Looked like the 9-pin was going to try and stand up on him. Had to smack it around a little bit. And a strike for OG on lane 3. That one a little slower, only 17.1 mile an hour. And Oliver with a spare there on lane number 1. Ottawa Glandorf with 7 on lane number 2, leaving the 2, 4, and 8. Garrett now up on lane 1. Oh, and he leaves the 7-10 split. Christian looks like he leaves, says 6, but I'm counting. Oh, there's one hiding in behind. Okay. So it's the 1, 2, 8, or 1, 2, 4, and 8 on lane 3 for Christian. Garrett now trying to pick up 1, and that one falls off into the gutter, so 8 count for Garrett. Spare attempt by OG on lane 2, and he picks up 2 out of the 3. Christian now his spare attempt, nicely done, picks that up. Ottawa Glandorf 9 count on lane 4, leaves the 7-pin. That was his last ball, so he finished with a 189. Ottawa Glandorf with 8 on lane number 2. Christian final ball 10th frame. And a 126 combined for Luke and Christian. Ottawa Glandorf picking up 8 down on lane number 1. Andrew now lane 3. Oh, and he ends up leaving the 410. So split for him on the first ball of the 10th frame. Ottawa Glandorf cleans up their spare. He'll get 1 more in the 10th. Ottawa Glandorf chops on lane 2. So a 9 count for him. Final ball on lane 4 for Ottawa Glandorf. Picks up the strike, and he finishes with a 179. Ottawa Glandorf picks up their spare on lane 1. Oliver now, or no, I'm sorry, that's Andrew. Andrew misses his spare attempt on lane 3. So Andrew will finish with a 188. Now Oliver's up on lane 2. And he picks up 8. Hunter up lane 3. He gets 9, leaves the 4-pin. Not quite sure what Oliver left. Looks like a 4-8 maybe. Ottawa Glandorf splits on lane 1. Hunter now, spare attempt. And He'll get one more in the 10th. Girls are almost done with the first Baker game. We'll switch over to them here momentarily as soon as the boys finish up. Oliver with a nice pickup there, picks up the spare. Hunter with a strike to close out game number 2, and a nice game of 237. Nice game, Hunter. Garrett Hull now, lane 2. And he ends up getting 9. Randy Claremore Deadwood. Ottawa Glandorf with a strike on lane 1. Garrett missed his spare opportunity, so an open frame for him in the 9th. Oliver picks up 9 on his first ball, leaves the 10 pin. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 7 on their first ball in the 10th frame. Oliver, spare attempt. Got it. He'll get one more in the 10th. All right, so the Napoleon girls finish with a 128 in Baker game number 1. Oliver, last ball, 10th frame here. And he crushes all 10 for the strike, and a 189 game for Oliver Franz. Ottawa Glandorf's first bowler missed his spare attempt, finishes with a 166. Second bowler, 10th frame, starts out with 8, leaving the 2-8. Garrett now, lane 1. And he gets 9, leaves a 6 pin. As soon as the boys finish this second game, we'll get the scores posted. Garrett picks up his spare. He'll get one more in the 10th. Spare attempt now from Ottawa Glandorf. And he picks it up, so he'll get one more in the 10th. Garrett, last ball, 10th frame, and he tattoos a strike. 167 for Garrett. That gives Napoleon 907 in game 2, a total of 1833. Still waiting for Ottawa Glandorf. stay on the boys here just until the girls get. Ottawa Glandorf girls are just finishing the first baker, and then they'll switch. As soon as we switch, we'll go with the girls for the second baker game. Probably stay on the girls for the entirety of their baker games and then switch back to the boys to finish off. All right, so 112 is what OG girls ended up with. So still waiting for 2 Ottawa Glandorf boys, and then one just finished with a 135. All right, so the girls are switching. So we'll switch the cameras. Ottawa Glandorf boys start out with 6 on their first ball in the 10th. And picks up 2 additional. So he finishes with a 136. All right, so that gives Ottawa Glandorf an 805 in game 2. Add that to 817 is 1622. So I have an unofficial lead for Napoleon by 211 pins on the boys' side. Get the scores updated here real quick. Napoleon starts out with a split, leaving the 5-10. Looks like Macy is up to bowl. Macy now, spare attempt. Picks up 1, so an open frame for Napoleon in the first frame. Ottawa Glandorf girls get to bowl on the left lane. Looks like Sophia Coors will be the next one to bowl. Sophia, one of our seniors this year. That one goes just a little high, ends up splitting on her, leaves the 4-6-10. Ottawa Glandorf girls get things started on the left lane, and they split, leaving the 2-7. And Sophia picks up 2 more for a 9 count. Another open for the Lady Cats. Spare attempt from OG. Picks up 1, so a 9 count for the Lady Titans. And Lily Light up in the next spot, gets 9, leaves a 5-10. Ottawa Glandorf boys start things off with 9. Garrett Hall gets things started for the boys. You might be able to catch them just off to the left corner of your screen. As I said, we'll stay on the girls here, probably through the entirety. Then we'll switch over to the boys. We'll see how the boys speed. If they catch up to the girls, we might flip back and forth. Lily with her spare there. Nice job. Garrett missed his spare opportunity. Ottawa Glandorf boys picked up theirs in the first. I'm sorry, that's the second frame for the Ottawa Glandorf boys. Looks like it might be the second frame for the Napoleon as well. So we've got Oliver up in the number 3 spot for Napoleon boys. Just misses a strike. Ends up leaving the 9 pin. Brenna Massey picking up 7, leaving the 3-6-9. Ottawa Glandorf boys with a strike a moment ago in the right lane. Ottawa Glandorf girls spare attempt, won't get any additionals, so they a single pin in the 3rd frame. I'm sorry. Oliver now spare attempt, picks it up. Brenna up now, spare attempt, and she chops, picks up 2 out of 3, so a 9 count in the 4th. Ottawa Glandorf boys pick up 6 on lane 4. 9 count for Ottawa Glandorf's ladies. Leaves a 7 pin on lane 7. Ariana Kiesling up now, lane number 8. Oh, and another 10 pin that wobbles but doesn't go over. 9 count for Ari to start the 5th frame. Christian picked up 8 on his ball for Napoleon. Spare attempt coming. Christian picks up his spare. Ari picks up her spare on lane number 8. Andrew Gallagher now for Napoleon. Andrew gets 8, leaves the 4-7. Macy misses the pocket, ends up leaving the 1-2, pickup of 8. Ottawa Glandorf boys, open frame for them in the 3rd frame, 9 count, 5 and a 4. Macy now, spare attempt, lane 8. Ottawa Glandorf boys, 8 count, leaving the 2-8. Hunter up in the number 5 spot for the Napoleon boys. He goes high, picks up 8, leaves the 3-6. So Macy picked up 1 more, so a total of 9 for her in the 6th frame. Sophia up now, lane number 8, the number 7 spot, or 7th frame, I'm sorry. That crosses over the head pin, picks up 9, leaves the 5 pin. Hunter picks up his spare down on lane number 3. Lady Titans pick up 7, leaving the 1, 2, and 10, it looks like. Or maybe the 5, 8, and 10? Maybe the 5, 8, and 10. Spare attempt. Sophia picks it up. Garrett picks up 8 on his first ball. That's in the 6th frame. Spare attempt from Ottawa Glandorf ladies on lane 7. Won't get anything else. So 7 count for them in the 6th. Lily Light now, lane 8. And she gets 9 of them to fall, leaves the 4 pin standing. Ottawa Glandorf pick up 5 on the boys' side, leaving the 1, 2, 8, 6, or 1, 2, 6, 8, and 10. Garrett picks up his spare in the 6th for the boys. Lily now with her spare attempt, lane 8. And she's just inside. It's an open frame for Lily. Oliver up now, lane 3. And a strike for Oliver. Ottawa Glandorf with ladies. Another open frame in the 7th. Brenna Massey now for the Lady Cats. Picks up 8. Leaves the 3-6. Christian Horner now, Napoleon. Missed the head pin, leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 8. All right, Brenna up now, looking to clean up her spare here. Picks up 1, so 9 count in the 9th frame. Christian picks up 3 out of 4, so a 9 count for them in the 8th frame. Ariana up now, 10th frame for the Lady Cats, and a strike to start things off. Eight count for the Lady Titans on lane 7. Andrew Gallagher with a strike for the boys, the Wildcat boys, on lane number 3. Ottawa Glandorf with a tough spare here. 2, 8, 10. Picks up 2 of them. Open frame for them in the 7th. Hunter up and gets 9, leaves a 10 pin. Ariana picks up 6, leaving the 2, 4, 8, and 10. An open frame for the Lady Titans in frame number 9. Strike for Ottawa Glandorf on boys on lane number 4. Hunter missed his spare, I believe. Or maybe that was his first ball. He must have been his first ball. 9 on his first ball. Now a spare attempt. Picks it up. He'll get 1 more in the 10th. And the Lady Cats finish with a 126 in Baker game number 2. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 8 in the first ball of the 10th frame. Strike for Ottawa Glandorf. Start the 10th frame. And Hunter picks up 6 more, so 154. Ottawa Glandorf ladies missed their spare attempt. They finish with a 70. So I've got the totals at 1746 to 1262. A lead of 484 pins by the Lady Cats. Waiting for the Ottawa Glandorf boys to throw their final ball, 10th frame. And they end up with a 164. So I've got 1987 to 1786, a lead of 201 pins. The boys have 2 Baker games to play. The girls have 1 remaining. Remember, tonight's match consists of 2 individual games followed by 3 Baker games. In the individual games, the bowlers each bowl a complete game, whereas in the Baker games, the 5 bowlers combine to bowl 1 single game. First bowler bowls, in alternating frames. So first bowler bowls the first frame and then won't bowl again until the 6th. Second bowler bowls the second frame and then later on the 7th, and so on. Total pins will win the match. Tonight's match is a non-NLL conference match. So Macy starts things off with a split, picking up an 8 count, leaving the 5 and the 7. Napoleon choosing to remain on the right lane. Ottawa Glandorf boys start out with a split, leaving the 5, or looks like the 3-10. Garrett Hull starts things off with a strike for the boys. Macy won't get any additional pin count, so an 8 count for her in the first frame. Spare for the Lady Titans on lane number 7. Sophia now lets hers go. That one won't get back to the head pin. Leaves the 1-3-6, a pickup of 7. Seven count for the Lady Titans, leaving the 2-4-5. Or no, I'm sorry, the 1-2-9 maybe. Sophia now, spare attempt, and she gets it. Lily up now, lane number 8 for the Lady Cats. And Lily with a strike. Luke Leahy in the second spot. Gets 7 pins and 2 balls. Otto Glandorf misses a spare attempt on the left lane on the boys' side. So an open frame for them in the second. Brenna Massey picks up 9, leaves, looks like the 4 pin. Ottawa Glandorf picking up 7 to start the third frame. Let's see, I believe that was Oliver just threw for a 9 count on this first ball. And Brenna picks up the spare for the Lady Cats. And he gets it. Oliver picks up the spare. That's the third frame, second Baker game for the boys. The girls are a 1 Baker game ahead. Ottawa Glandorf doesn't pick up the spare for the ladies. So an open in the third frame. And Alexa Miller starts out with 8, leaving the 6-10 in the that's in the 5th spot. Missed spare opportunity by Otto Glandorf boys. And Alexa picks up her spare just a moment ago on the right lane, lane number 8. Strike for the Otto Glandorf boys in the 5th frame. Otto Glandorf picks up a spare on the ladies' side, on the left lane, lane number 7. Macy back up, And Macy ends up splitting, leaving the 6, 7, and 10. Ottawa Glandorf boys with back-to-back strikes. And a split for the Napoleon boys. Pickup of 4. And Macy picks up 2 out of 3, so an open frame in the 6th frame for the girls. Lady Titans looking at a 10 pin on the 5th frame. Just misses the spare attempt. Napoleon picks up, let's see, an additional 4 there, so an 8 count for Slade. Sophia picks up 8 to start things off in the 7th frame, leaving the 4-7. Garrett picks up 8, leaving a 3-9 on the boys' side. Ottawa Glandorf girls get 3 to start things off in the 6th frame. Ottawa Glandorf with an open in the 7th. Sophia won't get any additional pins, so 8 count in the 7th for the Lady Cats. Garrett picked up his spare in the 6th for the boys. 9 count for Ottawa Glandorf and start the 8th frame. Lily now, lane 8, misses the head pin, leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 10 washout. 3 count for Ottawa Glandorf's Lady Titans. Lane frame number 6. Luke picks up 8 on his first ball on the 7th frame, leaving the 1-2. Ottawa Glandorf, another open frame on the boys' side, is coming in the 8th frame, a 9 open. Lily with a nice attempt at the washout, picks up 3, so 9 total for them in the 8th frame. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 6. Strike for Ottawa Glandorf boys in the 9th frame. Brenna picks up 7 to start frame number 9, leaving the 1, 2, 4. Luke picks up his spare in the 7th frame. And another strike for the Ottawa Glandorf boys to start the 10th frame. The Lady Titans with a spare in the 7th. Brenna now her spare attempt. And she's got it. So spare in the 9th. Lady Titans start things off with looks like maybe 3 in the 8th frame. Alexa Miller up now. And Alexa gets 8 of them to drop, leaving the 2-8 to start the 10th. Fox Taylor comes in light, misses the head pin, leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 10. Ottawa Glandorf picks up 5 more for an 8 count in the 8th. Another strike for Ottawa Glandorf boys. It's 2 in the 10th and 3 in a row. Ottawa Glandorf with 9 on their final ball. They'll finish with a 167. Fox picks up 3 out of the 4. Ottawa Glandorf ladies start out in the 9th frame with 6. Alexa had picked up her spare, and final ball, 10th frame, on its way. Picks up 9 more, So 146 will finish it off for the Lady Cats. Strike for the Napoleon boys to start the 10th frame. We'll switch over to the boys match. Lady Titans got one more in the 9th, so a total of 7 in the 9th. They're sitting at 100 pins in the 9th frame. Slade now, that one goes high, pickup of 9, leaves the 6th pin on his second ball 10th frame after a strike to start things off. So 132 is the max, depending on whether he picks this pin up or not. 131 is the worst they can do. And 132 it is. So that will drop their lead to 166 pins. I've got 2119 to 1953 unofficially. So Napoleon leading by 166 pins. Ladies match is over. Lady Titans finished with a 109. So unofficially, I've got 1892 to 1371. Difference of 521 pins. Girls averaged 145.54 for the night. We'll get the official scoring sheet and confirm things here. All right, boys with one more Baker game to go here. And Garrett starts things out for the boys with a strike. Ottawa Glandorf gets, he gets all of them to drop for the strike. All right, so I've got 754, 738 combined for a 1492. 400 in the Bakers, a 128, 126, 146. Total 1892, so that matches. For the OG girls, 533, 547 for a 1080. In a match play total, Bakers 291, combined for 1371. Baker games of 112, 70, and 109. So we have Alexa Miller had a 188. We had Avery Badenhop in game 1 with a 179. And those are kind of the highlights for the day. Luke Leahy with a 8 spare in the second frame there. Ottawa Glandorf, second ball, second frame. And he gets the spare the hard way. Can't quite see through people, but I think this is Oliver for Napoleon. Oliver goes left side, gets 9, leaves a 6 pin. Ottawa Glandorf gets 9, leaves a 7 pin to start frame number 3. Oliver now, spare attempt for Napoleon. And he just brushes it, picks up the spare. Ottawa Glandorf missed their spare attempt, so an open for them in the third frame. fourth frame for Napoleon will be Slade McCorkle. That one missed the head pin, ends up leaving, or pickup of 7, leaving the 1-2-10. Washout from Ottawa Glandorf, leaving the 1-2-4-10 on lane number 3. Slade now, spare attempt, lane 4. Just missed, picks up 1. So an 8 count in the 4th. We're sitting at 64. Nice pickup there by Ottawa Glandorf, picking up the washout on the left lane. Converts the spare. Nine count for Hunter, leaving the 10 pin. Another washout for Ottawa Glandorf, leaving the 1-2-4-10. And he picks up 2 out of the 4, so an 8 count for Ottawa Glandorf. Hunter now, spare attempt, picks it up. So halfway through the final Baker game, Ottawa Glandorf again missed the head pin, leaves the 1-2-7. Garrett up now for Napoleon, and he missed the head pin, leaves the 1-2-4-8, or 1-2-4-7. Ottawa Glandorf, spare attempt. Picked it up. Nice ball from him. Garrett now. And Garrett gets the spare. Ottawa Glandorf now, left lane. And again, missed the head pin, leaves the 1-2-6-10. Last minute advice from Randy for Luke. And that misses the head pin on the other side. Leaves the 1-3-6-10. And a chop from Ottawa Glandorf picks up 1 more. So 7 in the 7th. They're sitting at 95. Luke also in the 7th frame. Spare attempt underway. And picks up 3 out of 4. Wobbles the 10, but it won't go down. So a 9 count. So we're sitting at a 105 in the 7th. 8 count from Ottawa Glandorf. Leaves the 1-2. Oliver up now. Oliver hits the head pin, but it splits on him. Ends up leaving the 4-6 split. Spare from Ottawa Glandorf in the 8th frame. I can hear the coaches telling Oliver, pick 1, pick up the 1 pin. So let you shoot at either the 4 or the 6. They just want him to convert one of these. And it goes right between them. So an 8 count in the 8th, 113 for Napoleon. Strike for Ottawa Glandorf boys in the 9th frame. Slade up now. And Slade, a little light into the pocket, ends up leaving the 2-8-10 split. Ottawa Glandorf, final bowler, starts out the 10th frame with a strike. And Slade opens, picking up 2 out of the 3. So 122 in the 9th. Hunter up now to start the 10th frame. Hunter picks up 8. Looks like the 2-5. And 7 more for Ottawa Glandorf, leaving the 3-9-10. Hunter now, spare attempt, picks it up. He'll get 1 more. And Ottawa Glandorf picks up 2 out of the 3, and they finish with a 161 in their final Baker game. Hunter's last ball, and a strike for Hunter. 142 for Napoleon. All right, so I've got Baker games 154, 132, 142, total of 428. On Ottawa Glandorf, 164, 167, 161, 492. And then add that to the individual games. I've got 2261 to 2114, a difference of 147. So your winners tonight on both the boys and girls side, Napoleon. A reminder to join us tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We've got an away match at with Whitmer and Miracle Lanes in Toledo. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel. They'll have the next several matches listed there. We'll wait just a minute and get confirmation on the boys' score. I believe this is the correct score, but again, we'll confirm it here. I want to thank everybody for joining us on the live stream. I want to thank the local area businesses that make donations to the boosters. They're greatly appreciated. Looks like the scores are headed this way. Scores got caught up. here come the scores. All right, Napoleon 926, 907. Baker Games 428, 2261, 2114. Difference of 147. The boys averaged 173.92 for tonight. All right, we'll wrap up the live stream. Thanks everybody for joining us, and as always, go Wildcats.